Okay, so we're going to come onto our mats. So sit yourself down, roll yourself back, get yourself into the relaxation position, focusing on your alignment and relaxing any tension in your body. Having that sense of length in the spine and the neck, shoulders nice and open without arching the back, so keep that rib cage connected into the mat as well, pelvis in neutral, and your arms by your side. So take a moment to scan your body, thinking about your alignment and thinking about releasing the tension. And then opening the breath just a touch, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keeping your face soft, the shoulders relaxed, the hands relaxed, the buttocks switched off. And have that awareness of your ribcage expanding out to the side. As you breathe in and then closing in as you breathe out. So keeping this sense of relaxation and focus, we're going to just remind ourselves of the pelvic floor and the exercise, the pelvic elevator. I mean, we all try and use our pelvic floor as much as possible, but sometimes we don't do specific exercises just that work specifically on those pelvic floor muscles. You will, if you put your fingers on your lower transverse abdominal, sometimes you'll feel that work at the same time. The two sets of muscles, excuse me, work well together. So your pelvic floor and your lower abdominal. Sometimes you get one switching on and not the other, but if you feel them working together, then that's great. So you can have your hands by your side or on your lower abdominals, but it's not this muscle we're focusing on at the moment, it's the pelvic floor. So remembering that at the basement you haven't got any connection in that pelvic floor, it's always important to be able to let it go completely. So we'll take it up to level 1 to begin with. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, connect your pelvic floor just up to level 1, just a flicker of connection. Hold it at level 1 while you breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your pelvic floor go back to the basement. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, take your pelvic floor to level 1 and then up to level 2, just a little bit more than level 1. Hold it at level 2 while you breathe in. And as you breathe out, get it to level 1 before you completely let go and release at the basement. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, connect to level 1, level 2, and a tiny bit more to level 3. And hold it at level 3 while you breathe in. And as you breathe out, release to level 2, then 1, then let go and release at the basement. So coming back down the lift is often harder than going up, so you don't just let it plummet down to the basement. So take a breath in again. As you breathe out, connect to level 1, level 2, 3, and 4. You're not moving the pelvis, just connecting the pelvic floor. Stay at the level 4 as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, control down to level 3, 2, 1, and release at the basement. So we're going to go up to the penthouse suite now, level 5. Take a breath in first. As you breathe out, connect to level 1, level 2, level 3, 4, and then 5. So you're sucking your pelvic floor in as much as you can without creating tension anywhere else, and trying to hold this here as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, control to level 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release at the basement. So we're going to do a few more to the level 5. I want you to really be aware that you're not using the buttocks, especially as you go up to level 4 and 5, that you're not moving the pelvis. The pelvis stays in neutral for this exercise. Everything else stays relaxed. You're just focusing on your pelvic floor. Now, obviously, everyone's level 5 and level 4 is going to be different depending on how strong your pelvic floor is. But just go, obviously, just feel what you can do. So don't think that at level 5 you've got to have a really strong connection if you're not very strong there. So let's go up, go up to level 5 again. So take a breath in, breathe out, take up to level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay at level 5 while you breathe in. As you breathe out, control to level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1, and then let go at the basement. If you have your hands on your lower transverse abdominal, work out at what level your this muscle kicks in, if it kicks in at all. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, connect to level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold level 5 and breathe in. And as you breathe out, control down to level 4, level 3, level 2, 1, and release at the basement. Good. So now we're just going to take it up to level 3. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, connect up to level 1, level 2, and level 3. Stay there at level 3 and breathe in. And as you breathe out, release to level 2, 1, and release completely at the basement. So I'm hoping that you're feeling this lower abdominal kick in at about level 3. So when we do our exercises, and I say engage your core, it's only up to level 3 that you need to keep that engagement. If on your daily activities you can keep to level 1, then that's brilliant. So we're also just going to do 3 sets where we go whizzing up to level 5 and whizzing back down to the basement. We work the 2 different sets of fast and slow twitch muscle fibers within the pelvic floor muscles. So from the basement, take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull in your pelvic floor and whiz your lift all the way up to level 5. Hold level 5 as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, let it plummet back down to the basement. Let's do that again. Breathing in. Breathing out, whizzing your pelvic floor all the way up to level 5. Holding level 5 as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, let it plummet back down to the basement. Let's do that once more. Breathing in. Breathing out, whizzing up to level 5. And then stay there staying in for an in-breath. And then whiz it back down as you breathe out. So that's just a quick reminder of your using your pelvic floor, either in conjunction with that transverse abdominal or on its own. So we're going to keep working just the core muscles, and we're going to do the pelvic clock. So I'm going to have my arms above my chest, just so that if anyone is watching, either now or when you watch the recording, you can see my lower back going in to the mat, but you can have your arms by your side. Again, keep the buttocks switched off. So from neutral, take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull in your core, pelvic floor, lower abdominals, and curl your pelvis so your marble is rolling to 12. Now roll your marble to 1, 2, 3, just breathe naturally, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll do one more in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And come back to neutral. So we'll do some in the opposite direction. Each direction can feel slightly different because you're recruiting the muscles in a different order. So if you find any particular number where you're finding it's hard to get your muscle to connect, then really you pull in your core muscles a little bit more. So from neutral, take a breath in. As you breathe out, do your pelvic curls. You're rolling your marble back to 12. No buttocks and just natural breathing now. Roll your marble to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. Once more, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, and back to neutral. Good. So funny enough, it looks such an easy exercise to do, but it's not that easy. And if you found that quite hard in some places, then try and do a few of these yourself at home, because it's really fantastic at opening up that lower back and recruiting all the muscles in a particular order. Good. So we worked a little bit on the lower back and the pelvic floor and the pelvis. So let's do a little bit on the shoulders. We're going to do our shoulder drop. So bring your arms above your chest. So not above your shoulders, above the chest, but keep those shoulder blades into the mat. Before we do that, we'll just do a little bit of another exercise. So breathe in and lengthen both your arms like your fingertips are going to the ceiling, and you'll feel both your shoulder blades coming off the mat, and then use both those shoulder blades to draw your shoulders back into position. So you use your arms to begin with to draw your shoulders away, do both at the same time, creating that space between the shoulder blades, and then use the shoulder blades to draw the arms back. Let's do a couple more like this, breathing in, just stretch up, keep the shoulders away from the ears, breathing out, let them drop back into position. So it's not shoving them back, it's just a lovely drop release. Let's do one more, breathing in to reach your fingertips up to the ceiling, breathe out, just drop them back. So let's do individual arms now. We'll do 6, so we'll do 3 on each side. So just one arm rising up, the other shoulder blade staying on the mat, creating that space between the spine and the shoulder blade, and then it dropping back into position. So ease it up as much as you can, create as much space, and then drop it back. As it drops back, don't let that shoulder creep up to the ear. If you've got one side that feels a bit tighter, you can try and hold it a little bit more or take it a bit further. It's just a gentle stretch up and a gentle drop and release back into position, not shoving it back. You're not creating tension, you're just allowing it to release. So when you've done 3 each side, because we did the double ones, we don't need to do more than that. Then bring your arms back by your side. So let's loosen up the shoulder socket a little bit more. We'll do some arm circles. Let's combine this with the breath. Breathe in to bring your arms up above your head. As you do that, don't arch the back. Keep the back of the rib cage on the mat. Try and get your arms as in line with the shoulders as you can. Breathe out. Circle your arms back round by your side, coming as close into the mat as you can. So just continue. We'll do 5 in each direction, breathing in. Finish that in-breath and have that sense of your fingertips stretching above your head without the shoulders rising up to your ears. Breathing out, circle your arms back by your side. So the movement is being initiated from your upper arm, so don't worry about turning your hands. If you just think of the movement starting at the shoulder socket, everything else happens. Your palms will be facing up to the ceiling in part of this circle and down to the floor in another part of the circle. But you don't have to change that. You just have to circle your arms. I'm going to do one more here, breathing in and breathing out. It's a simple exercise, but it's amazing how your shoulders can start getting quite stiff. So breathing in to reverse this circle now. Arms out to the side and above my head without the shoulders coming up to my ears. See if I can get your arms near to your ears. And then breathing out, keeping open across the front of the shoulders as you bring your arms back by your side. Breathing in, try and maintain neutral pelvis through this. Your pelvis isn't moving with you. Breathing out. So just 5 simple circles in each direction actually makes quite a bit of difference to that shoulder socket. Obviously, if you've got shoulder problems, just do what you can. Don't force anything. Each arm might work slightly differently. And then one more. And bring your arms up and over, back by your side. So let's wake our rest of our body up a little bit more, and we'll do the single leg stretch. So using your core, come into a double knee fold. I'm going to put both my hands either side of my left knee. Remember, you're going to stay curled up to the tips of the shoulder blades using your abdominals and not your neck. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, curl yourself up, hug one knee in and lengthen the other leg away. Make sure that leg stays in line with the hip. Breathe in, draw this knee in. Breathe out, lengthen the leg away. Keep the foot of the leg that's bent in line with the knee. Don't let it come into your midline. Breathe in and out, like you're pushing a child on a swing. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your body in the center. You're not moving from one side to another. Breathe in to draw your leg in. Breathe out to extend the other leg. Keep using your abdominals. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and out. Sorry, the other way. I'm doing it wrong now. Breathing out to lengthen the leg. Breathe in to draw the knee in. Sorry about that. Breathing out. I don't know where that went wrong. Breathing in. Breathing out, breathing in. One more on the other leg. And in, and curl yourself back down. Sorry, too much talking there, I lost the breath. Okay, so now come out of your double knee fold, and we're going to do the teaser. Now, I know this is a reasonably intermediate advanced exercise, but I've done it with you before, and I know a lot of you can do it. If you can't do it, do the rollbacks. So have your arms by your side, legs together, and keep that leg connection. Breathe in, curl yourself up, and just see how far you can come up. Stay up here, take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck your pelvis under, and your body and your legs come back together and arms back by your side. So see how far you can do that. If you need to bend your knees, then do so. If you can't do it at all, come up and do the rollbacks. So breathing in to bring your head up, breathing out, curl yourself up. Don't come up the straight back, nice rolled up spine, and then tuck your pelvis under, legs and the body come back at the same time. We're going to do 4 more. Breathing in and out. Stay up here for an in-breath using your abdominals to stay curled up. And then tuck in your pelvis and come back down. Take a breath in and out. Stay here, take a breath in and tucking under. Keep your pelvis level, don't go on one side more than the other. 2 more. Last one. Good. So we're going to come to standing. So actually you might as well keep your legs extended. Put your hands on your thighs and roll yourself up. Let's give ourselves a good stretch over our legs. We haven't done that this morning. So lifting yourself up and stretching over. Get that nice stretch to the back of the legs through your lower back, drawing your body down over your legs, and then restacking your spine and sitting tall. So let's come to standing. And we're going to do the roll downs, just going into a downward dog with the walking on the spot for the calf and Achilles stretches. We're going to do some other work for our shoulders later on. So keep getting your feet hip width apart, getting yourself into good standing posture before you start. So we'll do a straight roll down, and then we'll do 3 sets with the walking on the spot, and then we'll just finish with an extra roll down. I always think it's quite good if you can do about 5 roll downs. So breathe in to lengthen through your spine. Breathe out, roll your neck down. Keep your tummy scooped in as you roll down. Don't collapse through the front of your body. Keep your weight centered on both your legs. Keep the weight in the center of your feet, so you're not going back onto your heels. So just hang here for the moment. Feel nice and grounded through your heels, lengthening your buttocks away from the heels. Be straight behind the knee, even if it means you haven't gone so low down. That's really important to not be bent at the knees. If you have a back problem on the way up, you can bend the knees, but not on the way down. Breathing into your back and then scooping in your core, working from your pelvis. As I say, if you have a vulnerable back, then bend your knees, but get that pelvis all the way back to neutral. Those hip bones all the way up, as if you have your headlamps are shining straight ahead. So we'll add the walking on the spot for the next 3. Breathe in to lengthen through the spine again. And then rolling all 7 vertebrae in the neck. Let the head hang before the rest comes up. Don't crumple through the front of the body. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Let your arms just be relaxed. They're just coming along for the ride. Stay here for a nice deep in-breath, always getting that breath into the back of your rib cage. And then walk yourself out, either into a normal downward dog, or if you're not that tight and want a bit more of a challenge on your calves, take your arms a bit further into more of a long downward dog. Rising onto both your tiptoes, straight legs, bend one knee as you drop the other heel to the floor, really easing that down. Always coming back onto tiptoes, so you start with straight legs before you swap over. Keeping the pelvis level, you're not dropping the pelvis, you're just taking one knee straight in and dropping the other foot straight down. The pelvis doesn't have to come with it. Gentle engagement in the core. We'll do 8. Really trying to get the heel down there. So the further you take your arms away, the harder it is to get the heel to the mat, and you might not manage it on the first set, but hopefully you start to open things out with the second and third set. So when you've done your 8, up onto tiptoes and see how far you can get both heels to the mat. Then you can get your head a bit further towards the mat, stretching your hips up in the air, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Let's get a nice flat back stretch here. Hold on behind your leg and draw your body down towards your legs. Then let your arms hang. Keep your head heavy. Pull in your core and come up from the pelvis. And always taking that pelvis a tiny bit further around to the front than you think. And then let's do 2 more sets like that. Breathing in to lengthen through your spine. Shoulders staying down as you breathe in. Get that breath right down into the base of the rib cage. So always starting on an out breath, either do the whole roll down on the out breath or just breathe. But just keep relaxed, keep your face soft, keep your shoulders relaxed and open. The bottom of your roll down, stay here for an in breath. And then come out into your downward dog.
Getting your head between your arms, standing on tiptoes to begin with, hips are way up towards the ceiling before you start. You're walking on the spot, and already my heel feels like it's easy to get to the mat. Really works well, this exercise. It's not the strongest calf stretch, but it definitely helps. And also you're working your feet too. So do either 6 or 8, depending on how tight you are. And then come up onto both tiptoes, both heels to the mat, head towards the mat too. Taking your hips even higher. Walk yourself back. Try and keep stable when you walk back. So you're using your shoulders for stability. For a nice flat back stretch here. Then roll yourself up.
And one more of those. We'll do some extra hamstring stretches at the end of this on these next two. So just roll yourself down as normal. Each time hopefully going a little bit further, staying here for an in-breath. And then getting into your downward dog, long or short, depending on how tight you are on the calves. And then do your calf stretches and Achilles stretches. It also gets into the Achilles, the back of the heel, which is great. See if you can get your heel to touch the mat. Hopefully by the third set it's much easier. So when you walk your hands back, do the flat back stretch as you have already been doing. Each time you get your body a little bit nearer to your legs. And now bend your knees so you can get more of your hand on the floor. If normally your hands can reach in front of your feet, if you want to challenge, bring them round a little bit to the side of your feet. And then slowly and carefully see how far you can straighten up behind the knees. Keep grounded through the heels and lengthen your buttocks away from those heels, keeping your hands in this new position. Do 4 or 5 of these. And then roll yourself up. So one more straight roll down. We'll add a few things to that. So breathe in to lengthen through the spine first. And rolling the neck down, upper back. Let the arms just hang. So we'll do the extra hamstring stretches first. So bending the knee and get your hands into that new position. And last one. And then rolling yourself up just so your hands are free of the floor, or the mat. And just let your arms hang and do some little arm circles. They're going in opposite directions. Little circles and make them slightly bigger, but just let the arm hang and the movement being initiated from your upper arm in the shoulder socket, not from the wrist. And then you can reverse. Big circles, little circles. Keep the head hanging, keep nice and grounded through the heels. Even little circles feels really nice too, not just big ones. And then let your arms hang and pull in your core. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And come up, restacking. your spine. Good. So we're going to come off the mat now and do some ankle work. So we're going to do rising on the toes, and then we're going to just try and strengthen that ankle a little bit further and do a few little mini squats. So the most important thing is keeping that big toe grounded so you're not rolling onto the outside edge of your feet. A little gentle engagement in the core always helps. So only lift your heels up as far as you can keep that big toe grounded. So I haven't done very well on that first one. So now you're going to keep the heels lifted and squat down, and then you're going to rise up, squat down. Keep those knees hip width apart. Rise up, squat down. So you can just do a tiny little squat, or you can go a little bit further. Keep the big toe down and lift up, rise down, squat down, rise up, squat down, rise up. We'll do two more. Up and up. And now roll your feet down with control through the ball of the foot, the arch, and then the heel. Once the heel is down, let's do another little squat again, always keeping those knees hip width apart. And then straighten. So we'll do a little bit more balance work now. So get strong in one leg. I'm going to be on my left leg. So think about using the inner thigh and using that corresponding buttock. So it really helps strengthen the buttock too of the leg that you're standing on. So you can have your arms out to the side or your arms by your sides, up to you. But bring either your foot just off the floor or the knee up in line with the hip. And let's do some ankle circles. Go in both directions. And that supporting foot staying grounded. And then drop this foot back underneath the hip. So take a moment to get strong in the other leg. Use the corresponding buttock. Be strong on the inside of the knee and the inside thigh. And then bring this knee up and do some ankle circles. So try and just isolate that movement at the ankle, not the knee. And then reverse the ankle circle. And then put that foot back down under the hip. So transfer your weight back to your first leg again. Bring this other foot off and let's do some toe scrunches. Scrunch those toes and then spread them wide. A few more. Then drop that foot back down. Get your support through the other leg. Bring this foot off and do some toe scrunches. Couple more. And then put that foot back down under the hip. So let's do a standing quad stretch now. So I quite want the quad to get a good stretch here. So if you find you can't do this freestanding, have a chair, lean against a chair or a wall. So for the balance part of it, don't grab your ankle out to the side, but lift your knee up. And this is quite hard for the balance. You have to bend down, grab hold of the ankle and draw the foot around. So you can either have one arm out to the side to help you or by your side, or you can hold on to that foot. You never arch your back here, so keep the hips forward, tummy in. Keep the knees together as much as you can and lengthen your bent knee towards the floor, the rest of you standing nice and tall. Get a good stretch through the knee as well as the quad. Quad being the front of the thigh. Keep the hips facing forward. And then with control, let go of that foot and drop underneath the hip. So get your support through the other leg. When you're ready, bring this knee up, reach down and hold it. Hold the front of the ankle and draw around. So again, either have your arm out to the side or by your side or holding onto that foot. Tummy in, hips forward, standing tall, bending that knee towards the floor. And then with control, let go. Good, let's do a standing hamstring stretch. I actually prefer being on my mat for this because the floor's a bit hard on the heel. So I'm going to take my right leg forward, lift just a little bit, bend the left knee, keep the right leg straight, and then just fold my body down over my right leg. So holding on to your right leg at whatever level you can comfortably reach, but keep straight behind the right knee. Keep the left knee bent, and then bring your toes of your right foot up. Keep the leg straight, and if you can hold on to underneath your foot, you're drawing the ball of your foot and your toes upwards, and you get a slightly different stretch. And then drop the toes down, tuck the pelvis under, roll yourself up, and bring the right leg back. So take the left leg forward just a touch, bend the right knee, keep the left leg straight, and bring your body over your left leg, and draw your body down as much as you can. And then if you can bring your toes up on the left leg, keep it straight behind the knee still, and draw the toes and the ball of the foot towards you. Keep breathing, then drop the foot down, tuck the pelvis under, roll yourself up, and bring your left leg back. Good. Okay, let's do our arm weights. Have a quick sip of water if you need it. Keep yourself hydrated. So remember, if you have these toning balls, you're not gripping on with your fingertips. The whole of the hand is holding onto the ball. At no point do you ever feel your shoulders or your neck coming in. It's just your upper arm that's working. Keep the pelvis in neutral standing. Keep nice and grounded and solid from the pelvis and the hips into the mat or the floor. But keep that sense of length and lightness in your upper body. So we'll do our 3 sets. So your arms in line with the shoulders, palms down. Turn your palms up as you bring the weights into the shoulders. As you straighten your arms, your palms go down. 2, 3, 4. So you're keeping your body still, isolating arms. 6, 7. Keep your core engaged gently. 8, 9, and 10. Out to the side, but not too far back, so just in front of the shoulders, palms up and in, straighten and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into your collarbone and up to the ceiling, shoulders staying down as the arms come up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms by your side, up to your shoulders and down to the hips. You're not swaying your body or swinging your arms, you're controlling up and down. That's 4 and 5. Out to the side, shoulders down as the arms come up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms out to the side, up and in, straighten and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 into your collarbone and up to the ceiling, straightening at the elbows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms by your side and up to the shoulders and just to the hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you want to swap to some slightly lighter weights, then I'll just give you a minute or so to do that, or a little bit of time. Let's wriggle our shoulders, keep our neck nice and loose, so keep everything nice and relaxed. Last set coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Into your collarbone. Make sure they're not slipping into your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms by your side, up to the shoulders and down to the hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Put your weights down. Let's give our arms a quick stretch. So take one arm just below the shoulder, bring across the body, draw across from above the elbow, but keep the shoulder down and draw the shoulder back. Try and get this feeling of a stretch across the top of your shoulder and arm. So you're pulling the arm across but keeping the shoulder back and down. This shoulder is a little bit higher than I'd like to, but I've got my microphone in the way here. And then let's do the triceps on this side. So either interlinking your fingers behind your head or pushing your elbow up. You're trying to stretch the triceps here. But don't arch the back, so keep the pelvis forward, hips forward, tummy in, and try not to compromise your neck. Just reach that elbow up to the ceiling. And then release, and let's do the other side. Drawing the arm across, shoulder down, drawing the shoulder back. So you'll keep your shoulders square to the front. And then the triceps on this side. So sometimes you can interlink your fingers on one side but not the other. So if you've got an old shoulder injury, that will not help in any way. So just do what you can do. And release. Good. So we're going to actually work our upper body a little bit more now. We're going to do a plank in a slightly different way. So I want you to come down and lie on your front, but on your elbows. So have your legs in line with the hips and have these elbows below the shoulder and your arms straight out in front. So we're just going to hold each one for a count of 5. The most important thing is that you're using your abdominals to lift you. You're not really lifting from your back, you're pushing up from underneath. So get that focus of concentration. So first of all, tuck your toes under, then lengthen your knees off the mat, and then push up from your core. So you're pushing up from underneath to bring your pelvis up in line with your back. Let's stay here for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now drop your knees to the mat, then untuck your toes and come back down. Again, controlling from the abdominals underneath. So never just collapse in the center. Let's tuck the toes under. Lengthen the legs so the knees come off. Lift from underneath your abdominals to lift the pelvis up in line with the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the knees first. Untuck the toes. Control that lower from the abdominals still. Don't just collapse. We're going to do 3 more. If you can't hold it that long, then just do what you can. But don't just untuck your toes. Drop your knees first. So now tuck the toes. Take the knees off and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees down, untuck the toes, lower with control. Tuck the toes under, take the knees off. Use your abdominals and lift from underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees down, untuck the toes, lower your abdominals. Last one if you can. Tuck the toes under, take the knees off. Use your abdominals, pull in those abdominals and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees down, untuck the toes and then push yourself up and come back into the rest position. So keep your arms nice and long above your head, elbows off, getting that nice stretch. And then come up, and we're going to do a little bit of core work. We're going to come back to do the arms. We'll just give the arms a little bit of a break, but let's do our core work, which we haven't done. So take your mini stability ball, roll yourself back, and then put the ball under the pelvis. So remember not to let your back arch, so just tuck this pelvis around. Either have both arms around your waist or just one arm. And come in to your double knee fold. So we're going to point one foot up to the ceiling, flex the other foot, and let's do some heel taps. So drop this heel down, bring this knee back up. So just do 4 of these using your core. If you find this too hard, just do it from a double knee fold position. And then come back. So swap over, flex. You can either have the foot up to the ceiling flexed, or you can have it pointed, whichever you find. And let's do 4 of these. And then come back to your double knee fold position. So now we'll point one foot up to the ceiling, lower down towards the floor, draw back up and back into a knee fold. So we're going to do 8 of these for alternating. Remember, if you've got one arm wrapped around your waist, do a couple of repetitions each side and then swap the arm. Make sure the elbow is completely off the mat so you're not subtly using it for support. Keep using that core, both pelvic floor and lower abdominals. Pelvic floor up to about level 3. And then bend your knees back in and hug your knees into your chest. And now come out of your double knee fold. one leg at a time, and take the ball away. So just do a little bit of core work today. We're running out of time, and then roll your pelvis back down onto the mat. So take the ball to one side. So come onto your side. We're going to do one more exercise to strengthen our upper body. We're going to do 3 of each of these. So first of all, we're going to have your legs in chair position and have this elbow directly underneath your hip. So remember, again, when you lift this hip off the mat, you are using your underneath abdominals. So have your arms by your side, other arm by your side. So breathe and bring your arm up, lift from underneath, and bring this arm over your head. Stay here, take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're using your underneath abdominals to control the hip coming back onto the mat and your arm back by your side. So 3 of these, breathing in and out. So lift the underneath hip as much as you can. Stay here on an in-breath and control as you come back down. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. So try and lift the side that you're lifting up to the ceiling. That rib cage is separating or lengthening away from the pelvis. So stay on this side, but lengthen your legs and have the top leg just in front of the underneath leg on the floor, because that gives you a bit of support. Okay, if you find this too difficult, go back to the one with the legs bent. Again, you're lifting from underneath here. So breathe in and then breathe out. Stay here, take a breath in, and then control coming back down on your out breath. Breathing in and out. Stay here, breathe in, keep lifted from underneath the underneath abdominals, and control from the underneath abdominals as you come back down. Breathing in and out. Stay here, take a breath in, and then lower. Breathing out. Great. So come on to the other side. Let's do 3 of each on the other side. So start with our legs in chair position. Make sure this shoulder is directly underneath your elbow. So you're really having the shins parallel to the front of the mat here. So again, now connecting with these underneath ones. Breathe in, bring this arm up. Breathe out, lift from underneath and bring the arm over. Stay here, take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, control as you come back down. Breathing in and lift from underneath. Keep the underneath shoulder or both shoulders away from the ears, and then control how you come back down. One more like this. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in here and control coming back down as you breathe out. Now either stay there for the next 3 or lengthen your legs away. The top leg on the mat. Make sure you might have to adjust this underneath elbow a touch. Make sure it's not forward of you. It must be in line and directly under the shoulder. So breathe in, bring your arm up. Breathe out, lift up. Stay here, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, control from your underneath abdominals to lower yourself back down. Breathing in and out. Stay here, take a breath in. And then lower yourself back down. One more. Breathing in and out. Stay here, take a breath in. And then lower yourself back down. Excellent. Come to sitting. And give your legs a little shake. Give your shoulders a shake. So we're going to end. I wanted to end with the leg stretch of the band, but we slightly run out of time. But I'd just like to do a couple on each side. So take hold of your band. We'll do more of these next week. And then roll yourself back So I'm going to do the first and the last in this leg stretches of the band. You know, there are 5 on each leg, but I'll just do the first and the 5th for today because we're running out of time. So if you want to do the full set and you can't remember them, there is a tutorial that's available to everyone to watch. So well, let's start with the right leg. Put the band around the sole of your right foot, elbows relaxed on the mat, and then reach your heel up to the ceiling. So let's also use this as a moment just to keep nice and relaxed. Don't create so much tension you can't relax. Keep your face soft. You can close your eyes if you wish. Keeping straight behind the knee, reaching the heel up to the ceiling and drawing the front of the foot down towards you. Keep the pelvis grounded, and if you subtly bring your leg up towards your upper body using the band, don't lift the pelvis in any way. So now take both ends of the band in your left hand, keep the foot flexed, slowly take over the body so the right hip is coming off. You can relax the bent left knee out of the way. The right shoulder stays on the mat, and you're aiming for this right leg to be parallel to the floor. The band is pulling in the direction of your left shoulder, but you're keeping both shoulders relaxed and your right shoulder is staying on the mat. Let's stay here and breathe into this. So keep nice and relaxed. Focus your breath into wherever the tension is. Just visualize it releasing. Keep the rest of your body nice and relaxed and let the band support your leg. And now bend your right knee into your chest, use your core, get your back on the mat from the top to the bottom, come back to the center, and let's swap the left foot into the band, dropping the right foot back down in line with the right hip, back to holding the band one end in each hand so you've got equal tension either side of your foot, elbows relaxed on the mat, and flexing your left foot, reaching the heel up to the ceiling. Pelvis stays relaxed and grounded on the mat, and use the band to get a tiny bit of extra stretch if you need it. Keep the face soft, keep the breathing regular. And now take both ends of the band in your right hand. Keep the left foot flexed and bring the left foot over the body so the left hip starts coming off. Relax your bent right knee out of the way. The left shoulder stays on the mat and you draw the left leg over. So careful of your wrist alignment. Just check the back of your hand and the back of your forearm are one straight line. And let's relax into this for a few breaths. So both shoulders relaxed, especially that left one staying relaxed on the mat. Use your breath to focus it into any areas of tension and allowing those to release. And then bend your left knee into your chest, use your core, come back to the center. Put the band to one side. We're going to come onto our up to sitting, so either onto your side to sitting or roll yourself up to sitting. Sitting tall on those sit bones, and then lengthen your body over your legs to get one last stretch here. Breathing into your back for a couple of breaths. Really feeling your ribcage expanding at the back. And then walk your hands back up your legs and sit nice and tall. Thank you very much. Well done.